everyone, welcome to the Student Sports Network. I'm Ashton Fry, and I'm here with Walker Kersey, and this is the pregame show for the opening day MLB game for the Chicago Cubs versus Texas Rangers, where they're playing at home at the Rangers. Now, Walker, first off, I just want to say thank you for being here, and what are your expectations for this game?
I expect it to be a really good, close, tight game, and I think the Cubs are a really good team. They've won it all a few times too. I just think the main guys to keep a look on are their top hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, and so I also wanted to add, I know that in March they played for spring training, and the Cubs won both of those games. Do you think that will affect the Cubs at all?
I think it will. I think it'll give them a bunch of momentum going into this game, but I also think it'll give the Rangers a lot of energy trying to get that revenge.
And do you think there's any reason why the Rangers did lose in spring training, or do you think it was just because of lack of, maybe preparation?
I think it was just a lack of preparation, and the team just wasn't fully ready yet.
Yeah, so let's say, now they're prepared and they're going into this game at home. I think that will build a lot of confidence for them. I'm sure you think the same as well. And do you think there's any standout players? We have Corey Seager on the Rangers as shortstop. Do you have any personal players that you think are going to stand out this game?
I do not myself. I do think, though, if the team plays together really well, that they will be able to win.
Thanks, Walker. And the Texas Rangers are defending World Series champions. I mean, that's a huge title to withstand on. Do you think the Cubs are also going in this kind of nervous because they are going against such a team like the Rangers?
Easily. They've got a little nerve there, and they're very nervous. But also, again, they beat them twice in spring training, so I think they still have that trust that they can beat them.
Absolutely. And what are you most excited for this match, for the Cubs and for the Rangers?
I think I'm probably most excited about the Cubs hitting and how well they do in average.
And also, what about, do you think there's going to be any, what do you call it? Interesting plays in this match that will affect the outcome later? Like, say really early, something crazy goes down, or do you think something's going to happen later in the game?
I think someone's going to hit a home run, or someone's going to catch a hit that would be a home run possibly that might win them the game. But other than that, I don't think there's too much crazy stuff going to go down, especially with this being the opening game.
Thank you so much, Walker. Now we have Nathan Berkman on. Hello, Nathan. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for being here. Now, I wanted to ask you what I asked Walker earlier. Do you have any expectations for this game?
I honestly think it's going to be a pretty low-scoring game because you got two really good pitchers. You got Justin Steele for the Cubs, who was one of the more consistent pitchers all year, and you got Nathan Eovaldi for the Rangers, who was really good, really pitched really well in their playoff run, really carrying them to that World Series title. So I think it's going to be a pitcher's duel throughout, and it's going to be both pitchers are going to go at least 6 innings.
And before we move on, I just wanted to ask you, did you have anything to say to Walker before we move on to more questions?
Not really.
Okay. So as we were talking about, we had Corey Seager on the Rangers and, World Series champions. He's part of that. Do you think that there's going to be any more standout players for this game, Cubs or Rangers?
I feel like for the Rangers, Marcus Semien, he's one of the better players in the game. He was an all-star last year, even though he struggled a little bit in the playoffs last year. He got it going in the World Series, and he's been an all-star before. He's a really good player.
And what are you most excited for this game? Because they're playing at home at the Rangers. There's a lot of aspects going on in this. What are you most excited for?
I think the atmosphere is going to be great. You're going to opening day of the season after you won the World Series. The atmosphere of the fans is going to be absolutely incredible.
Agreed. And do you have any score prediction for this match, Nathan? I'll go with you first.
I'm going to say Rangers 4, Cubs 2.
Okay, Rangers 4, Cubs 2. Walker, what's your score prediction?
I'm going to say Cubs 3, Rangers 5.
Oh, wow, that's very different answers. Thank you so much, Walker. I appreciate it. Hello, Donnie. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I am amazing because you know why? It's opening day for the MLB. Okay, so Chicago Cubs versus Texas Rangers. As you already know, home at the Rangers. What are your expectations for this game?
Yeah, like the Rangers coming off the World Series, they're going to have a target on their back this whole season. The Cubs have to come out right away here, try to take them down. They're going against Nathan Eovaldi on the mound here. He's a strong pitcher. He's mainly used his four-seamer and splitter last year, so they should prepare for that and be ready to go against tough pitching and be able to put up runs against a good Texas offense.
And I asked Walker this earlier. With the Rangers losing in spring training, do you think it will affect the club's play at all?
I don't really think it'll affect them that much because spring training, it's sort of a time where you can put different players in different positions, bring up minor leaguers, and see how they fare against competition. It's not like full game reps. It's full game reps, but it's not 100%. So I think the Rangers will still come out on top in this one.
And besides it being opening day for the MLB, what are you most excited for?
Well, of course, I'm most excited that baseball's back on around the country. Nothing else really. I'm just glad to see more baseball again.
Me too. And what is your score prediction?
I'll have to go with Rangers 6, Cubs 1.
Awesome. And one final thing. Do you have anything to say to Walker with all his comments from before?
No.
Well, thank you so much, Donnie Weber. Thank you, Walker. And that wraps up our pregame show for the Chicago Cubs versus Texas Rangers. And we're going to head into the game now. Thanks for watching.
The Play-by-Play, Student Sports Network, the best students of sports.
Hello and welcome to MLB Opening Night between the defending World Series champions Texas Rangers and their opponents tonight, the Chicago Cubs. Nathan, anything on the game?
Yeah, it's gonna be a really interesting game. But they got on the Rangers. You got a very experienced manager, Bruce Bochy. He won 3 World Series with the Giants, and it's unbelievable. In his first year, the Rangers go from a 70-win team to winning it all. It's amazing. It'll be interesting to see if they play with the target on their back and be as dominant as they were last year. What an incredible job Bruce Bochy has done. On the other hand, you have Craig Counsell for the Cubs. Interesting. He switched from in-division rival. He went from the Brewers to the Cubs. So it'll be interesting to see if he's a very good manager. He's shown a lot of success in his tenure. If they can turn around and have a better season.
Yeah, the Cubs, they sort of fell apart towards the end of last year. They looked like they could make the playoffs, but then they fell off, missed the playoffs by a little bit at the end. But Texas went on that great run, winning their first World Series in franchise history. And as we get prepared for the game, the Rangers bring down the banner commemorating their World Series win last year. What do you think they can carry over from last year's World Series into the opening series of this year?
I think they need to carry over their offense. Throughout the season, their lineup is one of the best lineups. You got Corey Seager and Marcus Semien, and the big thing is you got those young players. Josh Young, the third baseman, he was incredible last year. One of their better rookies. But I do think what's going to be a real struggle for them early this season is Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer are going to be out all the way through halfway through the season. So I think it's going to be very hard for them to have very successful starting pitching. Their depth is going to be lost.
Yeah, the pitching, they do have other good pitchers, such as Nathan Eovaldi, who gets the opening night start tonight, and he gets to go against Justin Steele. Which pitcher do you think has the advantage in this matchup?
I would go with Justin Steele. Even though Nathan Eovaldi, he's really shut out in the playoffs. I feel like Nathan Eovaldi, his numbers aren't great in the regular season. He steps up when it matters most in the playoffs. And last year, Justin Steele, he was really consistent. He was one of the most consistent pitchers all year, like an ERA a little bit below 3. He just knows almost really good almost every single start.
Yeah, I would agree with that, as Nathan Eovaldi was a little bit less consistent. Both are good pitchers for their teams. And I feel like we might get a pitching dominated matchup. I feel like the Rangers could go and score some on them early with momentum and then take the game at the end. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be more low scoring. These are two of them. These are two very good, very really good, really solid pitchers. And the Cubs, they're a good offensive team, but they're not a great offensive team. Cody Bellinger and Ian Happ and Dansby Swanson, they're like very good hitters, but their depth is tested. Like their bottom of the lineup isn't great. Like the Rangers last year, you had Evan Carter all the way at the bottom of the lineup hitting Josh Young, all the way hitting Leody Taveras hitting 7th, 8th, and 9th, all productively getting hits. And the Cubs' depth at the bottom of the lineup is nowhere near as strong as the Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers definitely have depth all the way through their lineup. Anybody 1 through 9 can get a hit. The Cubs not as consistent offensively. As you can see, the Rangers are just the better team as they won the World Series last year. The Cubs are not making the playoffs, but it's baseball. Anybody has a chance on any given day over this long season, and this is our opening night.
Cubs are gonna have to take advantage of their division. They're in one of the weakest divisions in baseball. You got the Reds, the Brewers, the Cardinals. They really have a shot. They really got to put their foot on the gas and it should be able to win this division because they have one of their best chances. Like this division is way easier to win than the AL West. It's just one of the best divisions in baseball.
Right now, of course, as we said, it's opening night. So let's give our way too early World Series predictions. So I have the Dodgers out of the NL taking on the Orioles from the AL. And just say your matchup, and then after, we'll both give our champion.
I would say Braves out of the NL and Astros out of the AL.
Yeah, I'm not. The Dodgers haven't been too good in the playoffs. They've choked recently, except for the 2020 season, which was completely weird. They got Ohtani this year. They got Yamamoto. They're coming back better than ever. Everybody ready to put on their best performance, carry them through the season, take them into the playoffs, make a run. And once they get rolling, they have the chance to win any game. With their great offense and deep pitching staff.
The thing about the Dodgers, they need to have more successful starting pitching. Their offense is the best. On paper, it's one of the best lineups in baseball. The problem is that last year their starting pitching depth has really been tested. So the way for them to get back to the World Series is to have to shine that starting pitching. That's what they need because that's what's cost them in the recent playoffs. Real payoff disappointments.
Yeah, and then on the other side of my matchup, I have the Orioles. They're a young, up-and-coming team. They got Corbin Burnes in the offseason. He pitched a great game earlier today against who did they play?
They played the Angels.
Against the Angels. Yeah, they won 11-3. Great offensive showing from their young core. Ali Rutschman started 2 for 2. Everybody had a great game. Cedric Mullins hit a home run. Santander hit a home run. Superb offense. Grayson Rodriguez pitching, but they don't have Felix Bautista as the closer for them this year, so they'll have to make up for that in their bullpen. But I think that the Dodgers will come out on top, winning their second World Series as of recent.
I gotta go with the Braves. Even though the Dodgers have all the talent, I don't really 100% trust that starting pitching. Yamamoto, I know it's just beginning of the season, but he's really struggled so far. I don't know. I just thought their starting pitching. Kershaw's been hurt half of the year, and they just don't seem to find it when it matters most. And Ohtani can't pitch all this year. And the Orioles, even though the Orioles, they're a great team, I think they're going to learn from their experience last year. I think they can make it to the ALCS. I think it's going to be hard to beat the Astros. They've been the foundation for so many years. That top of the lineup, Altuve, Bregman, Alvarez, Tucker, they're just so hard to beat. You get Verlander 100%. But I think they can contest it. I think they could get to LCS and maybe lose to the Astros in 7 games. I mean, they could lose to lose to the Astros in 7 games. But I think they'll make a deeper run than they did last year. Which now I put the Braves. I just think their lineup top to bottom is great. Chris Sale is a good addition. You got Max Fried's really good. That bullpen top to bottom is one of the best bullpens in baseball. And Acuna, they're so many players at 30+ homers. They failed. They lost the Phillies 2+ years. I think they're going to learn from the mistakes. Now I'll take the Braves to win the World Series.
Sorry about that. Yeah, and the Cubs, they finished 4 games over 500 with their late season fallout, but they did finish only 1 game behind the Diamondbacks for that last wildcard spot, who did make a World Series run. So anybody in the playoffs can do any type of damage. They can go really far, eliminated right away. But we'll keep talking in preparation for first pitch from Arlington tonight. What else do you got about the game?
I would just say the Cubs are just the Cubs. The crazy thing about last year is that the Cubs had a 3-game series against the Braves last year, and this player on the Cubs made a huge error in a game they probably would have won, and it really allowed the Diamondbacks to get to the playoffs. If he makes that catch, the Diamondbacks might not even make the playoffs, and the Cubs take that wild card spot. The Diamondbacks don't even get to the playoffs and make it to the World Series. So that's how thin baseball is a game of inches. And also, when you're in the playoffs, you just need to have 2 really good pitchers. Because in a best-of-5 series, you have, let's say, last year the Diamondbacks had Zach Allen and Merrill Kelly. They stepped up. You get automatically up 2-0. That's what you need. And they carried them all the way to the World Series. 2022 with the Phillies, you had Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola, great 1-2 punch that enabled them to the World Series. You used to have 2 all-star level pitchers in the top, and they'll lead you a long way. That's what you need.
Yeah, even though baseball has the longest regular season of all the major sports, 162 games, it's a game of inches. 1 game can be the difference over the course of the whole year. This opening day could be the difference between playoffs or not playoffs for a team. Not just this game, it can matter for all the games around the league. So let's do a league recap of what we've seen today. So first, the Baltimore Orioles took down the Angels in Birdland 11-3 to start the day.
The Orioles are really good. The Orioles are a really, really good offensive team, and when the Orioles stepped up, that's a weaker opponent. I think what enabled the Orioles this year was that Corbin Burns signing. I think that's one of the most important signings of the offseason. Because the Orioles, on paper, they have the lineup to win a World Series. Their lineup is stacked, top to bottom. They have a really good bullpen. The one thing they were missing was that ace in starting pitching. And Corbin Burns is a Cy Young winner, 11 strikeouts. I think that was one of the best fits, if not the best fit of anyone in the entire offseason. Incredible signing.
Yeah, and then the Pirates took down the Marlins in Miami in 12 innings, 6-5. That was a good contest going right down to the end. And we've already had a 1-0 game. Detroit beat Chicago in the South Side, 1-0 there. And it looks like we're preparing for first pitch here from Globe Life Field.
Also a player to watch out for the Rangers, Wyatt Langford. A lot of people on their analysts have him to win Rookie of the Year. This guy's got a lot of young talent. A lot of people think he can have a really good season. It'll be interesting to see how he'll respond and play.
Yeah, it's his first major league game. In his first opening day lineup, getting ready for first pitch here. Manager Bruce Bochy looking to lead the Rangers to their second franchise World Series title and his personal 5th World Series team. In the lineup for the Chicago Cubs, Ian Happ in left field, Seiya Suzuki in right field, Cody Bellinger in center field, Christopher Morel designated hitter, Dansby Swanson at shortstop, Michael Busch at first base, Nico Horner at second base, Nick Madrigal in the hot corner, and Yan Gomes behind the plate for the Chicago Cubs tonight. And taking the mound is Nathan Eovaldi for the Texas Rangers. And here we go. We will see first pitch from Eovaldi to Happ. And it's hit into play. High ball over the shortstop. into shallow left field, and Evan Carter comes down with that first catch of the day.
You know, good pitch on Evaldi getting ahead of the count and an aggressive approach from the Cubs swinging first pitch. Ian Happ swing. Sometimes Ian Happ known to be an aggressive hitter. Sometimes he goes after it early in the count.
Yeah, the number 2 hitter here, Seiya Suzuki, right fielder, takes ball 1 outside, 4-seamer outside. Eovaldi looks to use his 4-seamer the most, 37% usage last year.
Yeah, Eovaldi's is a really good signing for the Rangers.
Yeah. Pitch 2, strike in there, a curveball in the bottom of the zone.
He throws that pitch a decent amount. It's one of his better pitches. A lot of time it puts hitters off balance.
1-1 count, and the pitch. He hits it on the ground, hits the mound, it might have hit his foot, and Eovaldi picks it up, throws it over to first, and makes the easy play, 2 outs. That's 103 miles an hour on the exit velocity, right back at Eovaldi.
A nice play there from Eovaldi. It's not as easy as it looks, and it's very important when a pitcher that you're a very good defensive at your position. He did an excellent job there. The most important thing is to keep the ball in front of you, and he was able to keep the ball in front to get the easy out.
Yeah, it looks like it actually hit off his shoe, which I don't know if that would hurt a lot. It probably would. It hurt at least a little coming off over 100 miles an hour off your foot. And next batter to Cody Bellinger, strike 1 curveball in the middle of the zone. Bellinger was an outstanding player last year for the Cubs, looking to put on another good season for them.
Yeah, it was also his contract year last year, so he really tried to get that huge contract. He got a 3-year deal, but it's interesting, his opt-outs in all of his years, so it's not as long-term as many people thought he would get.
Ball 1, high and inside to Bellinger on the 4-seam fastball. 1-1 count here.
He also had the agent Scott Boras, so a lot of the free agents had that went until the end of the season.
4-seamer high in the zone, check swing. Ball 2, count is 2-1 for Cody Bellinger, the 3-hitter, playing center field for the Cubs today.
He was actually also a former NL MVP with the Dodgers and started off his career red hot and then struggled, and he's been starting to find it lately.
Jonah Heim called timeout. He's going to talk to Nathan Eovaldi. There might be a problem with the pitch comm right now. And there's been 4 players in Cubs history have a 25 home run and 20 stolen base season. Sammy Sosa did it 5 times. Javier Baez did it in 2018, and Cody Bellinger did it last year. So he's in 20 stolen bases. Yeah, he's in good company of Cubs players. The 2-1, Eovaldi sets, and he delivers. Bellinger hits the splitter down the first base foul line, foul ball. 2-2 count right now.
Stolen bases are going up a lot in baseball lately. If you think about it, with the new rules, the bases are much bigger, allowing players to steal at a much easier rate.
And the pickoff rule with the third move having to be a successful pickoff. And Bellinger ropes it into right field, and Adolis Garcia tracks it down on the warning track right around the 374 mark and ends the inning 1-2-3 for Eovaldi and the Rangers. Let's head to the bottom of the inning.
Really, really nice play from Garcia. That's a play you gotta make, but it's not an easy play. He made that catch look like it was a very, very easy play, but a play you gotta make if you're a major leaguer.
Yeah. And we'll send it over. Nathan will do the bottom of the inning here once we get back from ads. That first inning went about as expected. 1, 2, 3 isn't too uncommon here in baseball. We saw some good plays from the outfield and good pitching. And now we're back and over to Nathan.
Yeah, but here comes the Rangers timeout. Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, Josh Young, Adolis Garcia, Wyatt Langford, the rookie, Jonah Heim, Ezekiel Duran, Evan Carter, and Leody Taveras. Very, very consistent top to bottom. And they have some really good young players with Carter, Taveras, Duran. There's a lot of hype on him. Langford especially. And Justin Steele, a 3.06 ERA last year. And I think the number one thing with him was his consistency. He's one of the more consistent pitchers in baseball.
Yeah.
Marcus Semien will lead it off. The first pitch, Semien fouls it back on a 92-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball.
This Rangers lineup, they're looking to get ahead right away, take the lead as soon as possible.
Here comes the 0-1 from Steele, outside for ball one.
Steele, he goes with a 5-pitch mix.
The 1-1, a little bit low, 2-1. Looked like it was a borderline pitch, but Steele didn't get the call.
Yeah, all the umpires have a slightly different zone, so at first, especially at the beginning of the year, it takes a little bit to adjust.
Here comes the 2-1 from Steele. Takes high for ball three on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah. Steele needs to hone in on the range, put it in the zone, and give him a pitch to swing at.
Here comes the 3-1 from Steele to Semien. Semien takes a strike, slider in there. Now it's a full count.
Yeah, top of the zone there. 3-1, you should want to take that, unless that's like your prime position.
Here comes the 3-2 from Steele to Semien. Semien swings and misses. Good slider to get him.
Yeah, coming back from that 3-1, good job bringing in that slider at the very end to get the swinging strikeout, putting at the bottom of the zone.
Good, very good start for Justin Steele. 89 strikeouts on the slider last season. That's the fourth most MLB. Really relies on that pitch. Here comes Corey Seager, swing and a miss for strike one. He finished second in the AL MVP last year behind Shohei Ohtani. He had a 170 OPS plus. Those numbers, he was also hurt a lot of the season. So an absolutely incredible season from Corey Seager last year.
Yeah, they've been doing really good all around.
Seager takes outside for ball one.
Yeah, Corey Seager had a great season last year. All around.
1,090, 39 OPS. That's insane. Here comes the 1-1, and Seager fouls it back on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
Justin Steele goes with a 5-pitch mix, using his four-seamer over half of the time, followed up by a slider, and then 2 other pitches, 3 other.
Here comes the 1-2 from Steele to Seager. Got him! What a pitch! The slider gets him again. He's relying on that slider early. 2 strikeouts, both on that slider.
Yeah, his slider, he uses that about a third of the time. And then he uses a sinker, changeup, and curveball very sparingly. He mainly just goes four-seam slider in his pitch combo.
Here comes Josh Young for the Rangers. He was really good. He had a really, really good rookie campaign. First pitch to Josh Young, outside for ball one.
He's gone down in the counts a few times here, 2 times, but he's made a comeback.
Here comes the 1-0 to Young. Young fouls it back for strike one. Count 1-1.
I think early in the game, you have to observe the umpire's zone, figure out where he likes to pitch, where he doesn't like it.
Here comes the 1-1 from Steele to Jung. Jung takes a strike for 1-2 now.
These calls are looking good. Around the edge of the zone, in the zone, he's calling them strikes. Right outside, he's calling them balls. And pretty consistent calls from the ump today.
Here comes the 1-2 in the bottom of the first from Steele to Jung. Jung fouls it back. Just got a piece of that fastball.
Yeah, the fastball and slider, you don't know which one's coming at you, so you have to be prepared for both. Getting a piece of it, staying alive, that's what you want to do, and wait for your pitch to be there.
Here comes the 1-2 from Steele to Jung. Outside for ball 2.
Yeah, 15 pitches on the inning, 2 strikeouts already. 5 pitches in this at-bat. He's doing good on the pitch count.
Here comes the 2-2 from Steele to Jung. Jung takes low for ball 3.
This is his second full count of the inning already. He got the strikeout on that first batter. So we'll see if he can do it again right here.
Here comes the 3-2 from Steele to Jung. Jung fouls it back.
Yeah, like I just said, staying alive. You just want to wait for your pitch, what you want to take a hack at.
Yeah, Justin Steele 16-5 last year, 176 Ks to 36 walks, really impressive ratio. The 3-2, Jung lines it down line, just foul.
Yeah, another foul ball here. Just you want to extend that bat, tire out the pitcher, throw on consecutive pitches. He's putting them in the zone for him to hit. He's not making the best contact into fair play.
Here comes the 3-2 again. Jung takes outside for ball 4. What an at-bat from Josh Jung. Worked the count, and he really earned that walk. Great. That's how you earn yourself a walk.
Yeah, and now their slugger, Adolis Garcia, steps up to the plate.
Yeah, Adolis Garcia was absolutely incredible in that run last year. Adolis Garcia actually got hit. He got hit by the Astros reliever who got suspended, and he hit an absolute bomb. He really carried them throughout the playoffs. Here comes the first pitch to Garcia. He takes low.
Yeah, now they have a base runner. Causes more distractions for the pitcher here. He has to make sure the runner doesn't get too far off, keep him in check.
Here comes the 1-0 from Steele to Garcia. Garcia takes a strike.
Yeah, Steele has been very consistent the past few years with that good ERA, as you mentioned earlier.
Here comes the 1-1 to Garcia. Garcia takes low for ball 2.
After the walk, Steele's still throwing quite a few balls. He has to come back in this count here, down in the count.
Steele fires in there on the corner for strike 2.
He's making a comeback here. Next gen stat shows that it does clip the very edge of the zone.
Here comes the 2-2. Runner at first, 2 outs, bottom first. And a timeout called.
Reset, take a breath for the pitcher, refocus for the batter, just get in the right mindset for a 2-strike pitch or to get a 2-strike hit.
Here comes the 2-2. Runner at first, 2 outs, the 2-2. Garcia with a ground ball to third, picked up by Magical. The throw to first in time for the out. He gets out of it. 1 man left, and that will do it. Bottom first, nothing. End of first.
Jeremy and Zeke here in front of Lincoln Financial Field for Sports Broadcasting Camp. Zeke, the Eagles are 3-0, one of 3 teams in the NFL right now that are undefeated.
The Birds are flying high again this year. One of the best teams in the NFL yet again. We are super excited here in Philadelphia.
Hang on.
What's
Enough
going on?
Eagles talk. We have breaking news. The 2024 Sports Broadcasting Camp schedule has arrived. Jeremy, you want to break it down for us?
I would be very happy to, Steve. June 3 to 7, we're going to be in Dallas. The 10th to the 14th, we're in Boca. 17th to the 21st, it's Villanova time. Did you miss Charles Barkley last year? We didn't. He was awesome. 24th to the 28th is Baltimore and Denver. Zeke, take us to July.
July 1st through 5th, we start off virtually, as well as our 3-day workshop we're super excited for. The 8th through the 12th, New Jersey and Chicago are coming your way. 15th through the 19th, Atlanta and Neil Hartman in D.C., and the 22nd to 26th. You know I'm excited to head back to Boston.
How about Rugburn Ball in Boston and Zeke?
Rugburn Ball. Say
Yeah.
it again, Jeremy.
Rugburn Ball. Steve, what's going on in August?
All right, the end of July into August, we have Seattle, again with Neil Hartman. August 5th to the 9th, we are at UCLA in lovely Los Angeles. Then we close the show August 11th to 16th at one of my favorites, Camp Green Lane. So, guys, does anything stick out to you in the schedule?
Well, Steve, first of all, I want to say I can't wait to play Gaga with you guys again at Green Lane. But FAU, we're going overnight this year for the first time in years, which is going to be really exciting. So we want you guys to sign up, check out the website, check out the schedule. We're going to see you this summer.
And we've got Walker here. Walker, what do you think of this game so far? Is this what you expected, or has anything unexpected happened?
No, this is not what I expected. I expected the Rangers to be playing out of their minds, but it's nothing like that. It's actually a very good, tight battle.
Yeah, we did see the Rangers draw that walk, work the count multiple times, make Justin Steele work more than he would have wanted to. So, if you had to say someone was doing better so far, I would say the Rangers are doing better so far.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And we see again the Rangers lowering the banner, commemorating their World Series, and now we're back to the diamond. You have Eovaldi back out for a second inning of work. And right away, right off the bat, Christopher Morel rips one right off the back of the wall. He goes for a triple. He gets into third base. A triple to lead off the inning for Christopher Morel. Bouncing off the back wall.
What a hustle there to get all the way to third. Morel, that's just really impressive to go all the way to third on that. Really nice hustle down the line. And Christopher Morel's got a lot of pop. He's got the Cubs really like him as a young player. He's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, that's big pop. Hitting it in a spot, it dies in front of Evan Carter out there. He gets the third on that great hustle. Now they're looking to score the first run of the game with no outs with a runner on third. And Dansby Swanson steps to the plate. A splitter goes in the dirt for ball one. And once again, we get a look at that hustle down to third base, gets there significantly before the ball. Home to third in 12.09 seconds right there.
This is a type of opportunity the Cubs need to take advantage of. Runner at third, no out. Just all you need to do if you're in a situation like this, just don't strike out. Just put the ball in play. That's the number one. That's a lot of people tell a lot of managers, say to players, it can't hurt to put the ball in play. Just don't strike out.
Yeah, in the 1-1 pitch on the corner, Swanson swings at the splitter. 1-2 count. Eovaldi needs one more pitch to put him away here. What pitch would you want to see out of Eovaldi to put him away?
I want to see the curveball. I think he's got a pretty good curveball. I think he can get a called strike 3 curveball.
A splitter below the zone. Swanson hits it up on the warning track. And it's caught, but Morel tags up Dansby Swanson with the first RBI for the Cubs this year. Leody Taveras with the catch in center field.
Even though we get out there, that's exactly what you want to do. I'll just put the ball in play, and you got the RBI. That's just textbook baseball. Just get the ball in play, and he produced the run. Really, that's a low pitch. That's really impressive. Swanson was able to get to that. That was way low, and to be able to hit that far shows his strength.
Yeah, first out of the inning, and pitch number 1 to Michael Busch inside. 1-0 count here. Eovaldi sets up for the second pitch, winds and delivers outside on the cutter. Ball 2. 2-0 here. Cubs looking to get another base runner to hopefully put another one on the board and enlarging their lead.
Yeah, Valdi not looking really sharp early. He was dominant all postseason last year, and he's not looking really sharp so far.
And the next pitch is another splitter. Another ball, 3-0 count. He has to put one in the zone for him to be able to hit, but 3-0, they're probably looking for him to hold and here not swing away. Ball 4, 4-seamer outside, 4-pitch walk, another runner on base here.
Yeah, Eovaldi's really struggling. And those are 4 pitches, and none of those pitches are really particularly close. These commands a little off in this game so far.
Yeah, misses inside outside. And that brings up the next hitter for the Cubs, Nico Horner at second base. First pitch delivers below the zone. Another ball, 5th ball in a row on that cutter.
Yeah, I think the catcher should have a chat with him. His command just looks off right now. He's having trouble throwing the strike zone. He was very consistent in the strike zone normally. He's usually consistent.
Yeah. And the second pitch in the zone inside. He rips it down the third base foul line, and it's foul. Third base coach has to dive out of the way, getting an ovation from the crowd there. Right to the third base coach.
That's pretty darn impressive to get out of the way like that. That was a shot. That would have really hurt if he got.
Duck and cover.
That's what we call a really fast instinct. The instincts are really fast.
The 1-1 pitch in the zone, same spot, splitter weakly down the third base line. Third base coach now giving signs to the runner on first. And Nico Horner back in the box, ready for the 1-2 pitch here. Eovaldi winds and delivers. Top corner of the strike zone. And they're looking for the double play. Flip to second, over to first, double play, ends the inning, 1 run, 1 hit for the Cubs. They get out of the inning relatively quickly, but the Cubs do strike first in this ball game.
Hey, good job by Eovaldi limiting the Davos and getting out of the inning with that only giving up 1 run.
Jeremy and Zeke here in front of Lincoln Financial Field for Sports Broadcasting Camp. Zeke, the Eagles are 3-0, one of 3 teams in the NFL right now that are undefeated.
The Birds are flying high again this year. One of the best teams in the NFL yet again. We are super excited here in Philadelphia.
Hang on. Enough Eagles talk. We have breaking news. The 2024 Sports Broadcasting Camp schedule has arrived. Jeremy, you want to break it down for us?
I would be very happy to, Steve. June 3 to 7, we're going to be in Dallas. The 10th to the 14th, we're in Boca. 17th to the 21st, it's Villanova time. Did you miss Charles Barkley last year? We didn't. He was awesome. 24th to the 28th is Baltimore and Denver. Zeke, take us to July.
July 1st through 5th, we start off virtually, as well as our 3-day workshop we're super excited for. The 8th through the 12th, New Jersey and Chicago are coming your way. 15th through the 19th, Atlanta and Neil Hartman in D.C., and the 22nd to 26th. You know I'm excited to head back to Boston.
How about Rugburn Ball in Boston and Zeke?
Rugburn Ball. Say it again, Jeremy.
Rugburn Ball. Steve, what's going on in August?
All right, the end of July into August, we have Seattle, again with Neil Hartman. August 5th to the 9th, we are at UCLA in lovely Los Angeles. Then we close the show August 11th to 16th at one of my favorites, Camp Green Lane. So, guys, does anything stick out to you in the schedule?
Well, Steve, first of all, I want to say I can't wait to play Gaga with you guys again at Green Lane. But FAU, we're going overnight this year for the first time in years, which is going to be really exciting. So we want you guys to sign up, check out the website, check out the schedule. We're going to see you this summer.
All right, and we're back. What do you think of that last half inning?
I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was a pretty interesting. The Cubs got on the board when they had the runner on third with no outs. They needed to produce, and they did. It was.
Thanks for the support from Peng here, Peng on YouTube, and we're getting ready back on Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. We'll see what the Rangers have in store for the bottom of the inning.
Yeah, why stepping up now? You have Wyatt Langford. Wyatt Langford's the rookie. You can see I think you can see his parents in the view. There's a lot of hype on this guy. This guy has the potential to be a star, one of the more higher prospects.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do in his first major league at bat tonight.
And the Rangers got good at bats off steal in the first inning. It'll be interesting to see if that can translate into runs. The first pitch, Langford takes high and outside.
Yeah, we see Langford getting a good look at the first pitch.
Here comes the 1-0, and Langford takes his borderline call, but a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, around the same spot. Still watching the pitch. You want to wait for your first good pitch to put a swing on it.
Here comes the 1-1 from Steele to Langford. Langford takes way outside, 2-1.
2-1 count here. Langford's still looking for a quality pitch.
Here comes the 2-1 to Langford. Langford takes a strike, 2-2.
2-2 now. We need to be ready for a pitch anywhere in the zone, protect the plate.
Here comes the 2-2 from Steele to Langford. Langford takes just outside, 3-2. That looked like it was on. That could have been called strike 3.
Yeah, close call. I would have swung there. It did clip the zone on the stat cast.
Full count to Langford. Langford takes strike 3 right down the middle, a fastball.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't swing at that. That's the third K for Justin Steele in the night. I don't know where he thought that was. It was just a plain four-seamer, 92 miles an hour, right over the plate. I don't know what he was seeing.
Langford strikes out in his first major league at bat. Jonah Heim, who had a lot of potential. He swings and misses at the first slit slider.
Yeah, the slider being mixed back in for Steele. He goes with the four-seamer slider combo.
The 0-1 to Heim. Heim ground ball up the middle. Picked up by the second baseman. He throws in time for the out. So 2 outs and nobody on.
Right back up the middle, right there.
You can see the change in Justin Steele's delivery. Arm side movement now 79% versus 21%.
Yeah, Steele goes to the slider. He also has a sweeper and cutter that he uses more sparingly in his rotation.
Here comes the pitch to Duran. Duran swings and misses at the fastball.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. Justin Steele, 89 strikeouts on his slider last season, fourth most in the majors with that pitch.
The 0-1 to Duran. Duran fouls it straight back on a slider, and it's up quickly 0-2.
Yeah, Ezekiel Duran needs to fight back in this count. Get back, look for some balls, foul pitches off.
Here comes the 0-2 timeout called by Duran.
Yeah, four-seamer and slider so far. Oh, slider up at 93 miles an hour, four-seamer down at 90.
Here comes the 0-2 from Steele to Duran. Duran swings and misses at the high fastball. And 1-2-3 inning from Justin Steele looking sharp. We're through 2. Cubs up 1-0.
Jeremy and Zeke here in front of Lincoln Financial Field for Sports Broadcasting Camp. Zeke, the Eagles are 3-0, one of 3 teams in the NFL right now that are undefeated.
The Birds are flying high again this year. One of the best teams in the NFL yet again. We are super excited here in Philadelphia.
Hang on.
What's
Enough
going on?
Eagles talk. We have breaking news. The 2024 Sports Broadcasting Camp schedule has arrived. Jeremy, you want to break it down for us?
I would be very happy to, Steve. June 3 to 7, we're going to be in Dallas. The 10th to the 14th, we're in Boca. 17th to the 21st, it's Villanova time. Did you miss Charles Barkley last year? We didn't. He was awesome. 24th to the 28th is Baltimore and Denver. Zeke, take us to July.
July 1st through 5th, we start off virtually, as well as our 3-day workshop we're super excited for. The 8th through the 12th, New Jersey and Chicago are coming your way. 15th through the 19th, Atlanta and Neil Hartman in D.C., and the 22nd to 26th. You know I'm excited to head back to Boston.
How about Rugburn Ball in Boston and Zeke?
Rugburn Ball. Say it again, Jeremy.
Rugburn Ball. Steve, what's going on in August?
All right, the end of July into August, we have Seattle, again with Neil Hartman. August 5th to the 9th, we are at UCLA in lovely Los Angeles. Then we close the show August 11th to 16th at one of my favorites, Camp Green Lane. So, guys, does anything stick out to you in the schedule?
Well, Steve, first of all, I want to say I can't wait to play Gaga with you guys again at Green Lane. But FAU, we're going overnight this year for the first time in years, which is going to be really exciting. So we want you guys to sign up, check out the website, check out the schedule. We're going to see you this summer.
All right, and we're back here for the top of the third inning. Texas Rangers, their first World Series win in the history of their franchise. Chicago up 1-0 in the top of the third inning over the Texas Rangers. And we're back in Arlington, Texas, Globe Life Field, warming up back on the mound is Nathan Eovaldi, not Ezekiel Duran. He's a fielder. And Josh Young holding down the hot corner there.
Yeah, see if Nathan Eovaldi can get back on. He struggled a little bit in that second inning, and he found his rhythm with that double play ball to get out of the inning.
Yeah, we'll see if the Cubs can score another or if the Rangers will hold them again. And the pitch delivered in the zone on the more outside part. High, deep, long foul ball down the right field line. Pretty close to the foul pole.
It seems like Magical swinging aggressively on that first pitch. We've seen a lot of first pitch swinging on this game so far.
Yeah, the 0-1 from Eovaldi pumps it in the zone, down in the corner, four-seamer, 95 miles an hour. And Nick Madrigal needs to come back in this count, down 0-2 here. And Eovaldi getting the pitch call, and he winds up and bounces it way in front of the plate. Curveball did not go where he wanted it. 1-2 now.
Yeah, he missed that pitch. He was way off with that pitch.
Yeah, and they get a new ball now. Madrigal, the 8-hitter for the Cubs here, looking to bring the order back around to the top soon. The 1-2 to Madrigal. Another bouncing ball in the dirt just behind home plate. Gets rid of another ball. 2-2 here. Madrigal working the count.
Good block. Good block. And good block there from Jonah Heim. That's not easy. Not easy to keep that ball in front of you.
Oh, and now a ground ball to Josh Young. He picks it up, fires it over to first base. That's the first out of the inning. Nick Madrigal retired.
Yeah, routine play there, and Young able to make it. He is a very good defensive third baseman. Last year in the playoffs, he made some really nice plays. That's of course a play you got to make.
Yeah, 27 pitches so far on the night for Eovaldi. He's doing pretty good with the pitch count here. And the pitch right on the corner, strike one on the four-seam fastball. Jan Gomes, the catcher, at the plate now, looking to turn the lineup back over to the top after his at-bat. And the second pitch, outside the zone, but he pokes it out into right field. Adolis Garcia makes the basket catch running towards the foul line.
Yeah, good. That's also an easy play. Running towards that he made that play look like it was incredibly easy. But running the basket catch, that is actually a really difficult play to come on and catch like a basket.
Yeah, the baseball field, it's larger than you can. Like, it's bigger than you think, especially the outfield, all the green grass out there. And Eovaldi winds up, delivers, check swing. It's in play by Ian Happ, and Josh Young gets his second out of the inning, but the third out in total. It puts the Cubs down 1-2-3 right there.
Yeah, good response inning from Eovaldi. Way to bounce back.
Jeremy and Zeke here in front of Lincoln Financial Field for Sports Broadcasting Camp. Zeke, the Eagles are 3-0, one of three teams in the NFL right now that are undefeated.
The Birds are flying high again this year. One of the best teams in the NFL yet again. We are super excited here in Philadelphia.
Hang on. Enough Eagles talk. We have breaking news. The 2024 Sports Broadcasting Camp schedule has arrived. Jeremy, you want to break it down for us?
I would be very happy to, Steve. June 3 to 7, we're going to be in Dallas. The 10th to the 14th, we're in Boca. 17th to the 21st, it's Villanova time. Did you miss Charles Barkley last year? We didn't. He was awesome. 24th to the 28th is Baltimore and Denver. Zeke, take us to July.
July 1st through 5th, we start off virtually, as well as our 3-day workshop we're super excited for. The 8th through the 12th, New Jersey and Chicago are coming your way. 15th through the 19th, Atlanta and Neil Hartman in D.C., and the 22nd to 26th. You know I'm excited to head back to Boston.
How about Rugburn Ball in Boston? And Zeke?
Rugburn Ball. Say it again, Jeremy.
Rugburn Ball. Steve, what's going on in August?
All right, the end of July into August, we have Seattle again with Neil Hartman. August 5th to the 9th, we are at UCLA in lovely Los Angeles. Then we close the show August 11th to 16th at one of my favorites, Camp Green Lane. So, guys, does anything stick out to you in the schedule?
Well, Steve, first of all, I want to say I can't wait to play Gaga with you guys again at Green Lane. But FAU, we're going overnight this year for the first time in years, which is going to be really exciting. So we want you guys to sign up, check out the website, check out the schedule. We're going to see you this summer.
Been a pretty low scoring game earlier. That as well. Be back in a couple seconds.
All right, and now we are back at Globe Life Field. It's a
What?
pitcher's duel tonight. Down in the Lone Star State, the Rangers home opener on opening day around the MLB, and we're back in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, Justin Steele's been really in command early. His first pitch, first swing by Carter, he pops it up to the outfield. Swanson calling for it. He makes the play for the first out.
Quick first pitch, quick first out. Looking to put them down. Get their offense back out there to try to increase the lead after this inning.
Yeah, Justin Steele has been really command early. He's also gotten quick, efficient outs. He's one of the more efficient pitchers as Tavares takes high for ball one.
Command's been a little bit of an issue, but he's been able to figure it out and keep Texas off the board.
Here comes the 1-0 to Tavares. Tavares pops it foul, 1-1.
Yeah, that looked like it was in fair territory, but it ended up going backwards foul, 1-1 count here.
Here comes the 1-1 to Tavares. Tavares takes a strike, 1-2.
Tavares needs to be able to go for a pitch, swing at it, look at it, watch it in the zone, take it out.
Here comes the 1-2 to Tavares. Tavares fouls it back on a fastball.
Right now, Chicago, according to ESPN, they have a 59% win chance over the Rangers' 41% at the moment.
The 1-2 from Steele to Tavares. Tavares swings and misses on the fastball, on the high fastball. Good pitch there from Steele.
His 5th K of the night already. He's been doing quite good striking these batters out.
Highest OPS by middle infield since 2002. Astros 947, Phillies 2007 Phillies 904, and 2023 Rangers 899. That's very impressive.
Yeah, between Marcus Semien and Corey Seager.
Here comes the first pitch to Semien. He grounds it foul, 0-1. Seager on deck. Seager got out the first time. So Rangers, this is one of the more dynamic offenses in all of baseball last year, have struggled early against Steele. Here comes the 0-1 to Semien. Semien flies that one to right field. Coming on, makes the play, Suzuki, and that will do it. We're through 3. 1-0 Cubs.